this was causing problems as well. Alright. I probably should have a more, like, late night test stream at some point again, just to make sure everything's good. Oh, also, I need my photos here. Well, it's a great start. Anyways, thank you guys for your patience, and thanks for sticking around for the, that whole thing. So yeah, all I really was saying though is that there's like a bunch of changes that they had to do, like, I mean, or a bunch of like guesses they made about certain things, and like some graphics they had to recreate or like make out of individual you know, pieces and components they had. So it's basically like a well-researched like recreation of this essentially E3 demo, but it is not the actual. So but yeah, so YouTube is always a little slow, but it is definitely it's maybe a little bit more delayed this time than usual. So just because of how I made this event. So but yeah, so the controls are a little weird here. I mentioned some of this last night, but like Link, when he turns around, he has like a full turnaround animation and everything. So so it feels a little funky. It feels more like a Final Fantasy 14 1.0 kind of thing. Attacking's on the A button, things like that. Yeah, I noticed that too, and I don't know if that is like a retro tink setting or if that is the actual color of the tunic at this point. I'd have to go and actually look, but. Yeah, it feels a little weird to control. You have that jump in place here where you can just like jump whenever you want. I did mess around with this a little bit though, and like when you jump, you can't like grab onto ledges, it seems like. So, you know, essentially, like I can make this jump normally in the normal way you'd make that jump. But if you try to do this or like jump towards it, he grabbed it that time actually. Not quite sure how he did it that time. Or is it? Okay, so you can grab ledges. So I think you have to jump and then press up to grab ledges, because I don't think you can hold up like when you're jumping forward to something and then grab ledges that way. Like when I do that, it doesn't grab. At least as far as I can tell. But if I do a upward jump, then press forward, he does grab. So. Most of this stuff I think is just largely tutorial text for the most part. So I'll probably skip past most of this. The models for the Kokiri kids are different though. I do like that there's more diversity in them, like, cause if I remember correctly, in the last, or the actual final release, like a lot of the models between the characters are shared. So like each kid has their own like personality or identity at least. I already talked to him. Whoops. Yeah, I'd be curious if you can get over that fence somehow, but there's some weird stuff like this where there's like some collision here, but like there's just like a dark spot on the floor. I don't really know what's up with that. Okay. That's a house. I can confirm house. And then, there's a shop over here. There's Fido? Is that her name? No, not Fido. Maybe it's Fido. I don't remember. She supposedly was going to be a bigger, like, character at some point. I don't think they, go Gora, Zora in English, but it's been a very long time. Like, I have watched a lot of people speedrun Ocarina of Time frequently, but I have not played Ocarina of Time, like, recently at all in any context. There's that black box there at the end. I am playing on the Wii Virtual Console, by the way, which might end up being some weirdness to that. I heard there were some visual glitches on it, but I'd much rather play Wii VC versus, like, PC emulator. And I don't have an EverDrive, so... How you doing, Boygas? I actually don't know how to pronounce your name. I recognize your picture, because that's the picture you have on Twitter, but... What did that say? Jara. Yeah, I don't recall they had saying, like, them saying, like, Jara in the final game at all. I think like, the people who do, like, the Glitterberry translations worked on the text translation for this, though. When the weed attacks, it's invincible. Alright, I saw a little bit of this. Like, basically, it's like most of the time when you hit them, they, don't take any damage. But, like, once they, like, do their little, like, cough, you can hit them, and then you can go up and, like, smack their thing there. There we go. Ah, gotcha. Oh, really? I never, like, messed with the masks much, but I know they have a lot of, like, fun dialogue associated with them. And there's, like, some weird stuff with some of them where, like, I think when you put on the mask for the Gerudo ladies, like, for some reason it causes, like, some weird lighting stuff to happen. It, like, does not seem to be intentional at all, so... Very slow turnaround. Alright. So Deku Tree's weird if you haven't seen it before. It is basically a completely different dungeon. No rolling either, by the way. There's like a run slash in here, but I don't know if that's like... I don't think that's based off any like existing animation. I think that's just something they made. I mean, I think it's based off some, like, reports of it being in there, but I don't know if we actually have, like, that data pooled on the cutting room floor. At least I don't recognize ever seeing it before, so. But, you know, I'm not exactly an expert on this stuff, so. Red Navi is freaky? Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to have Deku Sticks. So Deku Sticks weird in here where it like doesn't have like a number associated with it. It's just like I think there's a one in here. So if I like break this, you have like the half marker on there. So you just have like a half stick and like you can just use this forever. And then unlike the other game or like the other games where you like put it away, you can't get it back. You can just take it right back out. But you get another stick and it repairs it. Now I got Big Stick. Very much like more in line with like what the big Goron sword kind of was in the final game. All that Japanese text. Unfortunately, I cannot read any of that, but at least not on stream. If I had like 5 minutes to figure it out, maybe. Although I don't know like any kanji basically, so. There's some kanji that I can recognize in the moment sometimes. Oh, I got him. Quick. Also, the Deku like nut counter doesn't go down. I don't know if that. I assume that's just like a demo thing or something. I mean, obviously, I don't think that's like was ever intentional that was the case. I do like that you can keep your shield out in this one, though. And it has an active hitbox, too, so block attacks. Yeah. I mean, Deku Stick is already kind of powerful in the last, like, the final game if you know how to use it right, basically. Alright. I think I missed the first room of the first floor, so I don't know, like, how straightforward this dungeon is. Is there anything down there? Can I get back up if I drop down? I think so, probably. Come on. There we go. Wait, I think there's 2 dungeons in this? Oh, that was kind of weird. I just, like, kind of stopped in the air. It's like Dodongo's Cavern, and I think this as well. Big boy be dead. Oh, weird. I wonder if it's like a weird relic of that and they just like didn't ever take it out, or I don't know. be honest with you, don't remember most of the dialogue in Ocarina of Time. I mean, like, probably I played this game a ton as a kid. Like, I think a lot of people did. I, you know, beat it maybe like 5 or 6 times, but probably the last time I did it was like in maybe like the mid to late 2000s. Uh-oh. I can't get, oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so it is like, you can get like a little extra height here. Because like, I can't just like push up and jump onto this, but if I jump and press up, I can. That's kind of neat. By the way, the door down there just takes me back to the first floor. So when I messed around with this a little bit earlier, that's the one room I did in here. So I was like, oh, that's where I have to go. What? No. See? Nice little block. Oh. Oh yeah, these guys. It's a little hard to like turn around and target with the delay. Or is Boomerang kill these guys? Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, is there anything I can do in this room? It's just the door on top, I think, right? No, stop. That door, yeah, that's the only thing I've seen here. Okay. Let's see if I can do my double jump there. That looks way too high. Actually, yeah. I don't think that's happening. Good dialogue, yeah. I remember liking Darunia or whatever his name is, the one that's like brother all the time or something like that. I remember liking that little thing when I was a kid, or at least I remember finding it funny as a kid. Yeah. All right, there we go. Oh. There we go. Oh no, it's you! I forgot! Nope, wrong one. Ooh, ooh. Up. There we go. Bouncy, yeah, they bounce around a bunch for some reason. I seem to recall that being a thing, like some old footage, they would jump around a bunch. I don't think I have a slingshot. Oh, I do. His tunic doesn't look too bad, like in the Deku Tree when like everything's not lit. I think it's just like out in the open world it looks really bright. Another piece of heart. Is that all that's in this room? Yes. Did I go in a door that I feel like it might be easier to just go around this way, to be honest. I'm trying to remember if I went in like a door that was not at a dead end already, probably. Okay, yeah. I got some space to go up here. It is kind of neat how like all this, like, these rooms kind of interconnect. Like, Water Temple kind of has a similar layout, right? But I don't really feel like the rooms in Water Temple feel like I don't feel like there's ever like a moment in the Water Temple where I can be like, oh, if I go out this door and go out, like, go this way, I can loop around to the other side of this door kind of thing. That's kind of neat. Oh. Oh, go my babies. Uh-oh. There we go. I probably should have actually let one hatch just to see if they looked different. Machine gun mode, yeah. Infinite ammo. Gotta use it. Does this just drop me back outside? Yeah. It does kind of like skip me past the chest though. Yeah. Oh, hello. That's kind of weird. That's just like a weird 2D texture. Alright, you picked up the item. There's a ton of extra stuff in here too. I don't know how much I'll mess with that tonight. Probably just depends on how long this dungeon takes. Or both dungeons take. I'd imagine not that long. This seems pretty linear, so. The other side. Oh, other side. Alright. Backwards chest. Oh, my shield out. It looks cooler. Curious how much of the... Wait a second. Or is this just an actual heart rather than like a piece of heart? Or is that a bug where this just spawns over and over and over again? Well, let me see if it's there again, and let me see. I have half a heart piece right now, right? Or piece of heart, or full heart? Whatever number. I don't know how many numbers it is. Okay, let's just see. Might just be the flag is weird on it. Yeah, okay. Well, there's a place for you to farm hearts if you need it, I guess. I think we're already in that door. I do like you can just like jump up here and not have to like climb up slowly. Uh-oh. Camera gets a little funky on the edge there. Bam. I wonder like how many of those you could reach from just like one area, because they're kind of all out in the open. Big boys again. Oops. I wonder if this blocks anything. It doesn't seem like it. I was always kind of thought it was weird that you had this like weird guard move, but like it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's satisfying that it does have an animation at least. I can appreciate that, but it'd be nice if it was like a parry or something. I mean, it's like that in the final game too, so. Well, for the big Goron sword. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can do that, like, kind of, like, blockish animation with Deku Stick. I assume probably. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Unless it takes out your shield or something. Okay, so I already opened that one. So I will go there. Just want to kind of check to see. And that's just where I came from. Okay. No! Camera got weird. Alright, can I do this? Alright, I can do that. Alright, back up we go. At least it seems like you can largely just kind of go on the outer ring here. All these rooms seem optional. At the very least. Just spin on up. Just gonna let him do his thing. This is a long way up, actually. It's like 3 floors? Or we were on the 3rd floor last, weren't we? So I think we fell from the 4th floor? I wonder if this, like, jump... Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. I wonder if that, like, jump grab is something that was intentional or not with that. It seems kind of weird that you're able to just, like, skip segments by just jumping. And then, like, without using the analog stick, you know, you don't normally grab on, so. I wonder if it's just, like, a weird thing with, okay. With how the controls are programmed for this specifically. Alright, so I think we have not gone here. I think this is where I fell. Let's, be a little careful. Alright. Yeah, because I think the camera's trying to, like, follow you as you go around here, and so, like, pushes your camera to the side. So if you're just, like, running straight, it doesn't actually run you straight. There we go. Ow. Still hurt me. Nope. Actually, health is good, because I have been somewhat low on health. I'm kind of curious if it's just, like, the normal, like, low health noise. All the, like, Z targeting stuff has weird sound effects associated with them. Yeah, I need to not do that. That hurts every time. Or maybe try with the stick, because it has a longer reach. Thank you. Is this in the room I was in earlier, or is this a different room? I think this is a different room. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was just, like, on the 2nd floor of the other room that had the, like, weird windows. Alright. So let's do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna back up. We're gonna stick it. Nope. Still got hit. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that there's just, like, random holes in the side. Like, if you go and look at the side of the what's it called? Deku Tree, there's just, like, a bunch of... I don't know if I can even kill this guy through sword. Okay, well. Alright. I just want to see if I can kill this some way that's not... Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure if you had to use boomerang for those guys. The turnaround's so slow. I'm so used to being able to just, like, backflip on a button so quickly. Does this loop around over to this room? I saw there's, like, a doorway down here. Yeah. Alright. Try not to fall again. Long way back up. Actually, I guess I don't know how you'd get up here otherwise. So I guess you probably do have to do the jump. The jump grab. That, or I'm skipping past something I should have done. Oh, or maybe I should have came down through here. Oh, I see. I was supposed to come through this door and then climb up. Hey, herpes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the jump grab is not intended. After seeing how these rooms are laid out. Alright, we're just putting this boomerang on. Where, yeah, boomerang. Good enough. Can you jump onto the ladders? Not really. Not as far as I can tell, at least. It is kind of weird not being able to roll, but honestly, I kind of, like... Look, I'm not gonna play Ocarina of Time without rolling. That is a fairly normal thing, I think, for most people. It's like Castlevania 64. I'm always gonna jump in Castlevania 64, but I do kind of appreciate, you know, just having normal walking movement in a game like this. Okay. Oof. The most dangerous enemy in this game, the camera when you approach the ledge, which is not actually too surprising for this era of games. So, upper or lower? Let's start with upper. Like, I get why you do it, right? Oh, maybe I need... Oh, is my stick technically on fire? I heard my stick light. Uh-oh, well. Not gonna find out today. Oh, did this lob a little bit? I thought I saw it, like, lob. Maybe a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it lobbed in the final game either. Yeah, it seems pretty broken without having any seed amount. Just go. Oh yeah, I need a stick. Give me your stick. Nope. Give me your stick. Thank you. Oh, maybe... let me see if you can light it, because I heard the stick, like, light up when I was using the half stick. Let me see if you can do that real quick. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I had somebody comment on my Castlevania 64 videos, like, why are you jumping all the time? I'm like, that's just what you do in this game, man. That's how you play Castlevania 64. Alright. I got the, like, fire noise. Okay, I don't think it's actually catching on fire. Alright, we'll go get a stick. There should be one up here, yeah. Give me that stick. Thank you. Alright, so we got 2 torches. Trying to think of other games with, like, weird movement. All the, like, Nier and Drakengard 3... I don't know if Nier Automata was the case, but, the original Nier, the remake of Nier, and Drakengard 3, I would frequently use, like, the attack animations to move faster. So, like, most of my Nier remake gameplay is me, like, using the sword slice to, like, get extra movement or extra momentum going forward over and over and over again. And it's kind of fun, like, putting the input in over and over again as well. Are we gonna make it? This feels like a very long time. I feel like this might not make it. Oh, there we go. Actually, I guess, does the stick ever burn down? Because, like, doesn't it consume a stick usually? Maybe it's always on fire once you get it. Alright, well. I know how to beat you. Easy. Oh, yeah. It looks about right. From my memory, that looks about right. Oh, did I just, like... I see you can do that in the main game, but I've never done that before where I've just, like... went and killed another enemy with their little shots. I don't know if boomerang works on these guys at all. A little bit. I can't see where the edge of the wall is. Is that just a little longer than I thought it'd be, actually? Although I think we're probably getting to... there's the top, at least. I feel like there's another door back there that we didn't go into as well. Is this a ledge that I... Yeah, I don't think I can get back up here. Let me hold off on that. Let's keep going up for now. Oh, I think he fell off the side. This feels like Mario, very Mario 64-ish, like on the Bomb-On Battlefield thing at the top here. All right, what do we get? We cheated a heart together. All right, so we still got like 2 rooms, I think, at the top here. One had like a bunch of webbing at the top, so. And then one was just like a locked door in that one of the rooms. I think it was that room back there. Let's start with this one though. I think I was in this room already, right? I think I already went through all that. It at least looks familiar. I guess it's not that far down, it's just like 1 floor down, so. Broke my stick. Let me get my stick. Oop. I would not exactly say these guys are my favorite enemies, because they just take a while. Admittedly, I think a lot of people have that complaint about like Skyward Sword in general, having to wait. But having like almost every enemy in this dungeon be this guy. Some variation of the Deku Baba or whatever. Oh, this is a new door, actually. So I guess that wasn't a room I was in earlier. Blum, 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 blum. Ba-doom. Made a bridge. Is this the door that was locked earlier? I think this is the door that was locked earlier. Okay. Oh, easy enough. Oh wait, what? Didn't it fall from like up here though? And now it's like over here? Alright. Whatever. Did I ever go in that room? Let me see what this room is. I think I know what the room leading to the final boss looks like. Yeah, I think this is the final boss room. How do I get back up here real quick? Is it just over there? Oh, is it? Can I jump this gap? Oh, okay, I think I can just jump this gap. Let me see what's in this room over here real quick. I don't think we went in this one earlier. Maybe we did. Maybe this is the first room we went into, actually. Yes, okay. Never mind. We did go in there. Yep, there we go. I've seen a good chunk of these maps, because I paid pretty close attention to the Giga League stuff and everything when that happened, and the overdump as well from the F-Zero cart. But I haven't seen like how they tied all these rooms together at all. So, well, for the most part, there's some little bits and pieces I've seen. Anything going on, or just drop on down? I think just drop on down. It's very like Mario 64 looking door there. This looks about right. Thank you, sign. Look at Goma's eye. I don't remember if anyone tells you about looking up at Goma's eye in the final game, because I know you have the one that says like shoot her in the eye, right? The little like Deku, whatever, Deku scrub. All right, this seems very all familiar right now. Forget if you can just shoot her eye at any point, or rapid fire. There we go. Oops. Curious if, like, power crouch stabbing is in this. I won't power crouch stab. I'll play the game like I'm supposed to. For the most part, minus me jumping around a bunch. Oh, wrong button. That seemed pretty straightforward for the most part. We did it. We Deku. Any heart piece? Nope, just the blue wart. Alright. I think it's just like dumps us back off at the main menu. I walked in a warp yesterday that was on a different map, so. Yep. So there's Link's house, Hyrule Castle, Hyrule Field, Death Mountain. I actually don't really know like much of what the Hyrule Castle part's supposed to be about. I mean, I know this is like a unique map. I don't know if this was like a part of the demo they had at the Space World event, I guess is what I mean. Or if it's just something they had on the actual data they had, so they're just like, yeah, just throw it in there. A lot of this, I think, is just like, yeah, just throw it in there because we can. I think there's only like 3. I think it's the Deku Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, and then like a Gerudo training ground kind of area. I think the only things that were in the actual demo. So I think this might just be a map you can kind of walk around without anything to really do in it. So, or at least I'd be very surprised if there's something to do here. No, okay. I was like, I knew I was getting towards the end of the edge there somewhere. Well, they do have the little entryway. No way for you to get in it, but I assume I have no items. Yeah. Yeah. I think you might be able to get to Castle Town from here, though. I think I saw. I'm curious, like, how close this castle is to the actual final castle, though. Because I don't remember what the actual model looked like. Obviously, the grass area around is all very different, but... Shitty Halo PC map, yeah. I could see that. There's definitely something weird about, like, getting textures just right on Nintendo 64 where it doesn't look too out of place. Like, I think that's a problem that a lot of, like, fan-made mods have. Of just, like, getting the textures to look... Castle Courtyard, frolicking with a beautiful white horse. I'd imagine we can't do that. I didn't see anything that looked like we could do anything over there, so. I don't see any models on these doors, so I'm gonna guess I can't go into any of these buildings. Or at least nothing that I've seen so far. Yeah. There's like the alleyway, right? Nope, no alleyway. Okay. If I recall correctly, I think this area in particular was like pretty heavily like modified to make it work. Like, I don't think they actually have the source background file for this area. They had to like edit the final background to match the screenshots and stuff. There's the dude. The dude from the rooftop. It gives you what's it called? Chica. Alright, enough of that. See if any of these other entrances work. This one does. I don't see a door model there, though. Yeah. Hyrule Field? Oh, alright. I know there's some Hyrule Field stuff in this demo, but not connected here at least. Style and pants. I do like The what's it called? The weird checkered pants he has and the sandals. I feel like I was talking to someone recently about like the Castlevania 64 HD pack, and I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I always have like weird hang-ups about HD packs with like old games like this, because they always look weird and out of place to me. But you know, you look at this background, right? And this background does not exactly look beautiful. So like any work you do is gonna improve it, right? So it may look different, so it might look, you know, weird to somebody who's been staring at it for so long. All right, I think that's it for this place. Temple of Time we might be able to get into actually. No, I don't want to talk to you. But I probably have not looked at that Castlevania HD texture pack work since like probably around the time I was playing Castlevania 64 originally. So, you know, maybe like 2010-ish, something like that. It's just a wall. Just a wall. Yeah, mist mode. Gotta AI upscale this background here. I don't think we can actually get into the Temple of Time at all. Oh, we can. Oh, there's like a vibe. Oh, there's like an echo of your footsteps. It's like it sounded like there's somebody walking to my right. I wonder if you can do some kind of... Oh, I don't see an area actually loaded back there. I was going to say, I wonder if you could do some kind of like door time skip here, but I don't think there's an actual room loaded. Not that it would probably do anything. I don't think there's anything to the right over here, but we'll check that real quick. Hey, Electric Barrier, how's it going? Is there something going on with the YouTube one outside of the delay? All right, well, I think that's it for this. So let's get back to the Hyrule Field. It's a couple of minutes behind. Jeez. All right. Well, I'll have to I'll have to look. 2 minutes is pretty rough if it's a couple minutes behind. Horse time. Sword horse time. Well, it doesn't look like I can actually use my sword. Just take it out. It's the thought that counts. Can I drop bombs on a horse? Hello. I don't know if you can do like a third-person turn. Ganon's horse. I don't know if there's anything to do here per se. Or if it's just like, hey, come hang out and try horseback riding because we're making a video game, man. Check it out. Check out that little weird tree. Oh, okay. You been here the whole time, Alex? How you doing, Alex? Maybe there's been some weird stuff going on. I know I set the stream kind of weird, so that probably is causing problems, unfortunately. So that was a 1 minute delay for you? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't be a problem with any streams going forward. I think it's just how I made this stream, so. Well, I don't know if there's anything to do here. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, obviously I can ride horse, but this is pretty similar to Final Ride Horse in game. Unless I can, like, get on that horse. I'm gonna guess not. He's gonna run faster than me. I have no shadow, though. Alright, well... Unless there's something I can do here that I can find, I'm gonna guess that's it. Alright, well... We might be leaving something behind there, but I don't know where to look to find something. So, is that it? And then Death Mountain. We could probably get to Dodongo's Cavern from here and start that dungeon. Unless it's blocked off. Here we go. Let's see if we got some Goros going on in here. Welcome to the Goron Mountains. I'm a jolly Goron. I might look weird, but I'm a good guy, Goro. There you go. There's your Goro. Is this the same thing? Is this the puzzle still? Or is it just open? Looks like it's probably just open. Oh, alright. Well. Oh, okay, I was like, why is he all hunched over looking? There's walls and floors you can blow up. Alright. Just random sticks. I imagine we can't get into Goron City or anything like that. The Zelda and Ganon horses in Breath of the Wild? Maybe. I'll be honest with you, I do not remember any Zelda and Ganon horses in Breath of the Wild, so. I remember having very normal horses. I will say that is a game that, like, you know, maybe true to form being an open world game. There's like some like monster merchant I never saw once in that entire game, and somebody talked to me later about it like it was like a normal thing everybody saw. I was like, I had never saw that guy. Okay, I don't see a Goron City that exists, so I'm guessing the only thing we can do is either maybe go to Kakariko Village and then the dungeon. We'll see if we can go to the village first, because that'll be the easiest to do if we can. Oh, we have quite a bit of health, actually. Seeing 3 hits rather than just 1. So dark. Use that stick. I could probably, like, increase the brightness a little bit, but it's probably fine. Oh, no. Got sticks. Sticks in the way. Alright. Just go up to the dungeon. Assuming I can get in. Just gonna say danger. Okay. Backflip in. This looks about right for the most part. Missing a room and the platforms are huge. Is that the bottom of the wall? Oh, more piece of heart. Although I guess we lost our heart from earlier, right? So. Can we get him to blow up the wall? Because I think they explode when they die, right? Come here, come here. Yeah! Alright. Hot lot of nothing. I like that you can like see a weird amount of like lines between Link's butt or like where his legs are. Is there any reason to kill these guys? Can I blow these guys up at all? Oh god. I like when you take damage, you just like stop midair. There's like no fall back. All right, that's good enough. Take shield out. Okay. I still have some more Zelda games I need to play through. I just don't know when I'm ever gonna get to it, unfortunately. I think Oracle of Seasons, Minish Cap, most of the 2D ones actually. I'm gonna not jump up there because I feel like that's probably not what I'm supposed to do, but well, I'm not gonna spend a ton of time trying to figure it out if not. Okay, I could probably get this bomb over here. Yeah. Nothing. Once you're done with Fatal Frame 4. How long is Fatal Frame 4? Is it just like a really long game? Or are you just not streaming it very often? Alright, bonus bomb. I don't know why I would need this, but, you know. Oh, that's not good. I may have glitched myself out. Okay. I was like stuck walking there for some reason. Not been streaming at all, yeah. It's hard if you don't have like a consistent schedule, I feel like. But I don't know if I'll ever play one of those. Xmas Fatal Frame, yeah. Oh, the last one. Did I ever own a Fatal Frame game? I don't think I ever did. I briefly owned Silent Hill 3. I know it's kind of pricey these days, but at the time, I traded it in to help afford a PS2 network adapter so I could play Final Fantasy 11. So, you know, as much as it probably made more sense to keep it in the long term, you know, not that I would know, right? I probably got way more enjoyment out of Final Fantasy 11. So, I don't necessarily regret it, but I do know that Silent Hill 3 is not cheap. The only really real horror games I've played are always like the B-movie style ones. Like, I love Blue Stinger, I like Overblood. Well, I haven't played the Overblood, unfortunately. I should play with Overblood. But those kind of things are the ones I like. Team Innocent is like maybe the one exception that is not in that style. Or at least I can't think of too many games that I've played that are like just trying to be scared to be scary. I guess Resident Evil 7 tries to be that. Whether it's successful is another thing. I'm not a big fan of jump scares, so I don't know if you can get your shield burned in here. Oh, alright. I really want Shattered Memories, is that what it's called? The Wii one? That's the one I want, but I think it's also pricey, so I think at this point I'll probably end up just, is that like a rock falling? Is that what's happening there? I think at this point I'll probably just, what's it just like rocks are just spawning from the sky. I think I'll just pirate that, you know, once the time comes. I know this fight. Oh. Hello, heart piece. In the lava, even. Alright, there's another one. I feel like these guys behave pretty similar to the final game. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just using the exact same AI for this thing, at least. Ooh. Stab. I feel like I'm, like, not using enough of the different like slash types, but I guess you don't really have a lot of reason to need to, right? Just stabby, stabby, stabby. Alright. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe we could have just like walked through this room or something. only play... Wait, what is SM Dang It? Oh, Shattered Memories? I thought you were talking about a game called SM Dang It. It's like, what the heck is SM Dang It? I mean, the main reason I want to play Shattered Memories is, like, because it's a Wii game more than anything. Like, I don't really care about it being Silent Hill, so... Like, I just want to use flashlight pointer controls, so... That is the appeal. So, I like Fragile Dreams, and I'd like another game that kind of takes that, that approach again. Super Mario Dang It, yeah. Oh, God. I don't know if your shield blocks you from explosions in the final game or not. Okay. See you, dude. Do Deku Nuts affect these guys at all? Doesn't seem like it. Ah! I was trying to do a backflip, the jump slash. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't care about the Silent Hill lore at this point, at least. I mean, if I get deep enough, maybe I will, but I'm not going to hold anything precious. I understand, though. Yeah, I would not say Resident Evil is scary. Resident Evil 7, like, I don't know if you guys watched me stream that at all, but I was kind of bothered by how that game handles its scares, because it is very, like, jump scare, in, like, a very cheap way. And, like, inevitably what I end up doing, and I shouldn't do this, is, like, I think about where jump scares will come from. So, like, I very much go out of my way to try to break jump scares when possible, just because, like, I want to see how they programmed it and stuff. There's some really janky stuff in Resident Evil 7 if you, like, go out of your way to break jump scares. Of just, like, characters that just, like, fly out of the walls, like, just because, like, they know you're gonna try to look a specific direction, and if they take the control away from you, then you're not gonna be as scared as if they, you know, guide the camera in a cutscene or something. So they, like, are like, okay, there's almost no reason that you'd be looking to the right when you go this way, and then so you, like, just, if you are looking to the right, though, like, the character just, like, flies out of the wall, and not like in a I broke the wall open kind of thing. It's a I'm a video game character and I just clipped through the wall kind of thing. Okay, it's done. I really like the C4 bomb, like, place in Resident Evil 4, in, like, the warehouse. That's my favorite part of Resident Evil 7, sorry. That's my favorite part of Resident Evil 7. Did we get anything from coming through here? I feel like I just looped around. Was there anything back here? I mean, I don't get the impression we're going to get, like, the typical dungeon, like, items, because it seems like we're already kind of equipped. Maybe get bombs, actually, but... I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, yeah, there's, like, a piece of heart back here. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, for Dodongo, they fully expect you to just use the bomb flowers for the entire thing. No. I forgot my my shield blocked it when I was running towards it because I had my shield on my arm. Alright. Well, we got a piece of heart. I don't remember there being, like, enough piece of heart in the actual, like, Deku Tree to get a full heart unless we duplicate. So I wonder if I missed some or if there just aren't enough. I don't know if those are, like, based off actual heart locations at all either, or if they're just their own thing. So, yeah. I bet. Yep. Broken jump. There's our heart piece back. Get our free second double dip. Why not? No harm, right? I need to play through 8 at some point. I don't know when that will happen. I don't even have a copy. I don't even know when I would want to, is the thing. Like, I don't know if there's a lot about Resident Evil 8 that, like, gets me curious. I know, like, the characters are really fun, and I like that. But I don't know if I... Admittedly, like, my priorities in gaming have changed so much that, like, mainline games like that, I usually, like mainstream games like that, I usually just like, I can probably kind of figure out what I need to about the game from other people playing it. I say that, and I like have the exact opposite opinion as most people with Resident Evil 7, or at least for a while I had an exact opposite opinion. Now I'm kind of all over the place with Resident Evil 7, because it is simultaneously like it has like some of my favorite moments in the series, and also has my least favorite moments in the series. So that whole first arc with Daddy, like there are things about the Daddy arc that I appreciate, but it's just not. Like, the gameplay part of that I do not like. But there are, like, some things with the characters and like, the tone of it I think are good. But I need to not backwalk as much. Bad habit of doing that. Is that something I'm supposed to go down to? I'm gonna need bombs to blow his eyes, right? Well, I guess I don't know if that's actually how the dungeon works in this one. I have a friend that will not play Resident Evil 7 because of the horror aspect. Dang it. The buttons keep mess me up. I guess, like, you know, thinking about it, like, the Deku Tree, obviously we have a lot of Deku sticks that we can get, but, like, out here, like, once you're out, you're pretty much out. Unless there's, like, a part in the dungeon that drops them. Or that gives them. Demon baby segment. I really would like to try the light gun game on a PS2 at some point. That seems like a very me kind of Resident Evil game. It's like a bunch of furnaces. Am I supposed to come this way? Okay, there's a chest there. Oh! Alright, just grab and go. Bomb bag. There's a heart. Alright, let's just... Oops, come on. Ooh. Okay, it doesn't look like my shield burns. Is there anything I can do over here? Oh, okay. Well, apparently that's bombable. Oh, up? Okay, there we go. I think I would enjoy the remakes. I had a so in one of my streams forever ago, I did stream Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I did not like it at the time. And I think the reason I did not like it is I was so trained on what Resident Evil 4 and 5 were, and to some degree 6, that like I did not have an open mind to like reapproaching that game in a different way. I think that was my problem with it. I don't think I actually disliked it. I think I just had a hard time with it. So I think if I actually sat down and played Resident Evil 2 and like learned how to play the remake of Resident Evil 2, I would be fine with it. But I kind of forgot those games existed, to be honest with you. Oh man. Okay. Crush my fingies. Piece of heart. Oh, compass. Ah. I have a hard time saying what Resident Evil games are my favorite because they came from a time in my life that I did not think a lot about like what I liked about video games. So it made it kind of difficult for me to kind of come away with some strong opinions about them. Because I played Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, and 5 probably within like a 3 to 4 year span, and Code Veronica actually too. So you know, I basically played through all the Resident Evil series up till that time, outside of some of the spin-offs. And then I also played 6 when that came out, and that was kind of where I stopped. I did have the kind of the same reaction most people had about 6 initially, but as I played that game with some friends, I kind of realized what that game was trying to do, and was like, oh, actually, this is a very cool game, and I like it. But it was years after the fact that happened. So, can I get up here? Or that does not look very promising. None of this looks very promising. Also, the jaw is like clipping out. Did I mess up? Oh, am I supposed to? No. What am I supposed to do? Do I need to bomb its eyes out? Is there anything that I didn't... Oh, there's that door back there I couldn't bomb earlier. Let's go for that one. How do I get up there? Can I just... Cheat jump? Cheat jump. Okay. I do like the cheat jump, though. I like that there's like an extra input you have to put in for the cheat jump. Like, it's not just a freebie. You gotta... It's not like a big thing, but it feels good to put it in. Like, I think it's like part of the way I like in Nier, like running around and using an attack to move, because there's like a timing element to it, right? Well, that doesn't help me. I'm trying to think what I can do. Because I don't know if bombing the eyes is the thing that is in this, or if that is just a thing that was in the final game. Let's go walk in the lava for a little bit. Anything going on down here? Seems very unlikely that'd be the case. My only real beef with Code Veronica is there's that part in the middle of the game where you, like, if you're on the plane and you don't have enough resources, you're kind of screwed. I'm sure you can knife fight it, but, you know, reasonable people, you know, aren't going to be able to do that. Okay, well... Check this map. Basement is the boss. Second floor, we did everything there, I'm pretty sure. I guess we should try to get back up on the second floor for now. I just can't think of what I'd have to do. Maybe. I remember there being the problem, and correct me if I'm wrong, Electric Barrier, but from when I was younger, I remember being really annoyed that that game had respawning enemies. Is that a true thing? Because any game with limited resources and respawning enemies is a no bueno in my book. I don't know the last time I said no bueno. I did have to restart the game partway through my playthrough because of that plane flight. I basically just saved up a bunch of like explosive arrows and then just like shot the heck out of the what's it called? Do I have any healing stuff at all? Nope. Better not die. This is where I came from. Having flashbacks to Cabela's survival last night where I had to shoot a bunch of crows with the Wii remote. Ooh, that was a ton of hearts. Okay, I don't think there's anything we can do in this room. These guys spawned again. Yeah, I think if I had like made multiple save files, I would have been fine, but I did not do that, so I had to start all over from the start, basically. But you know, it doesn't take that long once you know what you need to do. Yeah, I do remember there being a lot of like the big thing I can't remember is like with the backtracking if things would respawn or if it was like certain events triggered new enemies, because I don't mind the latter one as much. But if they like infinitely respawn, that would annoy me. It's part of the problem I had like with Resident Evil 7's early game is that like, wait, am I misremembering? Oh, I had to go over here. Dang it, wasting a bunch of time. The big thing I remember with Resident Evil 7 early on is just like because Daddy could waste all your resources basically, and I didn't like that. Like I don't mind spending resources for, you know, like. Like when you spend resources to get rid of a threat, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna shoot this thing, and you know it's gonna get rid of this zombie or whatever. But that zombie is gone, right? It's gone basically for all intents and purposes, gone for good. I'm not a huge fan. Like I don't know what to do here. I don't think I can reach the bombs over there. I don't think. I mean, jumping down there is going to keep me from getting back up. I know that much. Navi, why don't you tell me anything? Where's my Nintendo demo person to help me make sure I don't get stuck so I have a positive impression of this game? You got the bombs from back there, so I assume that's what we need. Highlights his like chin. Maybe I need to throw a bomb in his mouth. No. Well, at least now that I know where the upstairs is again, it doesn't take long to get back up. We'll try throwing a bomb in its mouth because I don't see any way we can reach the eyes. Yeah, I mean, it's not even just shooting him. It's also just like healing and stuff is also a pain. Like I don't know, Daddy is too prevalent and like obviously you get through it, right? You're gonna use some resources against Daddy, but I think the problem is that because I know there's nothing I can do about Daddy and Daddy will never go away for good, or at least like I can't like. It doesn't really give me any real advantage to subdue Daddy. Like every resource that Daddy spends like feels completely wasted, and it just like frustrates me more than anything. So I think it's a very me issue, and I think it's based off of how I've played survival horror games in the past. I don't necessarily think it's a bad game design thing, but I do not personally like it. So, but yeah, I think it's a very me issue with that. All right. So I don't think we can reach his chubby cheeks from here. I think we got to be over there if we're gonna do what I think we're gonna do. So we can definitely come down here, and this like design wise this kind of makes sense outside of the jaw disappearing. So let's get up here. Ooh boy. And like you feed Dodongo's bombs, right? So that makes sense. That checks out to me. I think it's up there. Yeah, we did it. But yeah, at some point I'll play more Resident Evil. I just don't know when that will be. I don't know what my next survival horror game is going to be, honestly. I guess technically Parasite Eve, if you want to count that. I don't think that's really... It's kind of a weird thing. And I don't like the first one's more like an RPG, right? I think it's the second one that has kind of a survival horror bend to it. Dodongo's skin is hard enough to be invincible. Alright. Gonna guess this is pretty much the same as final game. Oh, can I only hit him once? Alright. Other side. Come on. Come on. Yeah, the bomb is like mouth instead of his eyes, which makes more sense, honestly, than the final game. So you had to like get on like the center platform, and Navi was like floating around and everything, so. That was easy enough. As far as I'm aware, these fights like did not really change that much. I think the room shape is slightly different from what I recall. I think it might be a little bigger in the final game. No heart. Alright. There we go. That's one more dungeon down. So I think the last thing is Gerudo Training Grounds. I'm gonna assume the dungeon selection screen is just gonna take us straight to the dungeon, and it'll be the exact same dungeon. So we're gonna skip the other two. Hello, Saria. 7 Legend of Zelda Dungeon Tour. Welcome to the special course. Here you can select 3 courses. Each course has a warp point at the goal. The content of each course is written on the sign, so be sure to read them. Let's give it a shot. Bunch of item boxes. Come into item boxes. Dungeon map. It's like a compass in this one then. Seems pretty small, so. Archery course. Shoot the monument with your bow and arrow. Hit all the targets to clear the course. Right. I think it's just like that rotating thing, right? Yeah. I think this is in the final game. Alright, got 1. Got 2. Got 3. Got 4. Easy enough. Does this take us back to the title screen, or is this like an actual, like, warp back to the start? Okay. Tag course. Chase after the Poe. Please. No, stop targeting. Thanks. There we go. Like, I keep wanting to jump, so I'm like pressing the L button to jump. Because you have to be targeting to jump. But I keep targeting actual things. Oh yeah, the Dampe race. But with Poe. And no roll. Nope. No Dampe, no roll. Which way are you going? Left? Okay. Although I guess we can see the map, so I feel like that's kind of cheating. I don't know if this, like, you have to go through the rocks in a specific direction. Alright. Also, shield just blocks fire. I think you can actually hook shot up here, if I recall correctly. But I'm just gonna take the slow road. Yeah. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry about it. She just got a side thing going on. Do you have any other items? Okay. No. This is what she's doing after, does she disappear from the final game? I can't remember. Like, after the Forest Temple, she goes away, right? I don't think you can just, like, talk to her whenever. Outside of, like, the Saria song, right? Yeah, just, like, have Dante fight you at the end. Or, Dante. Not Dante. Or have Dante at the end. Destroy the fork pose. Looks like a Poe there. Are they like blowing up on my feet is what's happening there? Okay, maybe it was like the Poe was setting the bomb off. Because it kept like exploding immediately. There's one. Money. Oh, we got an adult spot. Yeah. Featuring Dante, yeah. This is where Dante originated from. Alright. Why not? I got bombs. Is he gonna die outside? Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Just blow myself up a bunch. Easy. I wonder if 200 is the cap. Does it say what my wallet is right now? Oh, 999. Okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Can I do fire arrows? Yep. Not that that was necessarily in the demo, but you can still do it if you want it. I wonder if they actually kick me out or they just like dump me back in here. They just dump me back in here. Can I leave? Nope. Alright. Well, I think that's it from the actual stuff that was in the demo, which was really just, I think, the 2 dungeons, the Kokiri Forest, and then also the Hyrule Field stuff, I think. I believe that checks out. Yeah, so there's definitely more stuff in here. I don't know, like, how substantial a lot of it is. Oh, we have Battle Tours. That's Stalfos. I can fight Stalfos. Can I get, like, infinite sword glitch on them? Oh, no, I need a Navi to do that. Do I have to kill them at a time limit? Nope, they just die. barrage with arrows. Any warpy warp? There we go. Oh, little white. Nothing uses the metal magic. I think they put it in here. I don't think it's actually, like something you can. Was it in that stage that we were in? I'm not gonna do that fight again, but I think there are, because I think these are just like blank slots basically. But I think there are like maps on here that have the metal magic. Let me see here, because the rest is pretty much all just like, hey, here's a bunch of extra stuff basically. And I think if you go to like some of the test rooms, you might have the metal magic. Maybe we can get on the other ones. Let's see. Let's see what this Hyrule Field is. Is this a different Hyrule Field than the other Hyrule Field? I think this is the same Hyrule Field we were on earlier, actually. But, you know. Yeah, with these maps, you have everything. I don't know if these are based off anything real. So there's obviously fire arrows there, it looks like. Which I believe, like, when you look at the data in the game, like, there's kind of a couple different things in relation to magic. So there were, like, magic arrows, and then there's actual, like, magic in the game as well. And I believe, so there's, like, a fire magic and also fire arrows, like, you know, what was eventually Din's fire kind of thing. So I think that's, like, light arrows. That's ice arrows. And there are, like, actual, like, data. Oh, there's a, I guess, like, I don't really know what these do, to be honest with you. It didn't seem to do anything. But I don't think they're based off anything. It's like a dark arrow. But, like, I think these are just all guesses at what these were, basically. Or just, like, fun things to put in because we have this UI, so why not? I don't know if this is, like, based off something, but the Lens of Truth is, like, really narrow. And they have these landmines. I don't think there's a lot of, like, information about how these landmines work, so they just kind of theorized. Also, the Lens of Truth is still going, even though I unequipped it. And I think these just, like, blow up when you walk on them, or when something touches them, maybe. Let's see. Oh, hey. Yeah, something like that. Whether that's how they would actually work, I think is another thing. I think they did find descriptions of how these worked, maybe. But, like, the graphic is just, like, based off the actual, like, item graphic they found in the top left corner, or the top right corner in the slot, so. Oh, I can pick it back up? Alright. Is there anything else? Just the reed that calls the horse to you. I think these are all just like special graphics, but they're still the same. Even the same like 3D models and everything. Egg. I didn't know about the chicken egg, so I don't know if that's based off something, but you can eat it and recover health basically. I assume it's based off something and not just there just to be there, but Zelda's letter, I assume that doesn't do anything. So, but yeah, there are other maps and stuff though. That isn't just like the Hyrule Field map. Graveyard, I think, might be one of them. Yeah, so here's like an early version of the graveyard or whatever. I don't think any of the enemy placements here are based off anything. I think they're just here to be here kind of thing. Is there a Majora's Mask mod? In terms of like, I mean, there are like Majora's Mask mods, I think. But I don't think there's like something similar to this right now. So, some people in the group I was in was talking about maybe injecting this into Majora's Mask. Cause like basically what I have running on here is just like, the Wii just thinks I'm just playing normal Ocarina of Time. It's like, yeah, man, Ocarina of Time, that's cool. But then you're like, actually, let's change the ROM inside. And then so you do that. So in some cases, like on other systems, sometimes using like emulators, like different emulators can get you like different results kind of thing. So like you can inject different things into other things, and some like depending on how the emulator is built, like sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't work well. So I think people are trying to inject into Majora's Mask because there's the expansion pack stuff, but really you need to like patch the ROM to like say use the extra memory from expansion pack. So nice face, dude. You got anything to say? No? I don't think any of these doors open, right? It's like a little village here. Little Kakariko village or whatever. Because, like, I think that's Death Mountain up somewhere over there. I think that's Death Mountain there, actually. Little mound. I think there might be an entrance over there, actually. So, I think all this is just, like... I don't know if any of this is, like, based off any real thing, or if they just decided to do this because, sure, populate the map so you get an idea of what it might look like, kind of thing. There you go. Weird looking Coco. Some butterflies. I think the Death Mountain entrance is like over here. It's just the sun song. That would make sense for the white metal. I thought there was like an entrance over here. There it is. You see that stretch texture? It does, this town does feel very like Zelda 2 in a lot of ways, like for sure. I definitely can see it. These maps specifically, like this one, is like part of like way earlier versions of the game as well. Like chances are by Space World 97, like it drops us up here. By like Space World 97, these maps probably were not actually being used anymore. They like might have been in the data just because they're in the data, but like, you know, so we have like the Hyrule Field we went to. That was like normal Hyrule Field, right? But then there's also in those files like, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Hyrule Field old. Oh no, I did D-pad. And like, so there's this version of Hyrule Field old that matches that like little Kakariko town like a lot closer, right? And this is a huge map, by the way. I wonder if they ever put Epona in here, because that would definitely help with exploring this area. No Epona? Okay. No? Okay. That actually would have been very nice if they added Epona to this area, but because this is a huge map, and like it is technically Hyrule Field, and like things kind of like match up in a way, but it's just very old. And by this point, they very likely were not using this. It just was like, we have this map in here still because, you know, maybe we'll do something with it during testing or something, but, you know. No reason to delete this if everything fits on the, you know, cartridge that we're, you know, loading this onto. Yeah, there's the fairy spell as well. I thought this demo was going to implement something that was along those lines as well. But I did not see that. I don't know if that's one of these at all. Stone of Agony. All right, 4 Stones of Agony. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that they were adding or having that like fairy like mechanic they added. I don't think they had like the actual mechanics of how it worked. Oh, look at that. The like shadow version of the low detail mountain back there, like cutting through the fence. Take a look at the songs. There's songs in here. Oh yeah, you're right. Oops. Wait, what was it? Upright. Upright, left, right. I did the other way on accident. I think they're just for show at this point. So there's just this giant hole down here. The more interesting stuff, I think, is like as you go over like this way, maybe. Again, this is just huge. Like, I am expecting that this map was like intended to be crossed with a horse, so I'm kind of surprised they did not actually put one in here. Or at least I'm missing something. Yeah, that draw distance. Let's see. There we go. So like this is a little path over here. Like that goes to Lake Hylia, basically, or at least that's what's most likely. what's going on here. Walk, 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 walk. Oh yeah, I wonder how they handled this water. You just walk on it. Yeah, okay. I knew it was basically just like a solid in the previous map pack that came out, but yeah, these maps are not really meant to be the showcase of this demo. Ooh, that little slippy slide when I took out my sword while going backwards there. It looks like this doesn't actually zone into the Lake Hylia area, so I'm guessing this is pretty similar to just what they had in the previous map pack they put out. All right, towards the future we go. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this map. It would take forever to show it all. Just like walking around just takes forever. There's like a Kokiri Forest entrance. There's like Gerudo entrance over there. Stuff like that. So I think I'll probably just skip out on going everywhere on this map. But you know, point I'm just trying to make is that like there's just like a lot of old data on here that doesn't really match up with the Space World 97 demo. That's just like extra maps they found. I doubt going towards this is going to do anything. I don't think there's any loading zones in this area, so yeah. That would be lovely, but yeah, I mean, all this stuff, it's one of those things that people are like, oh, Nintendo will show us when they're ready, right? And it's like in those files, like in the Giga Lake, there's like a like record of them trying to like back up data, and like they lost a ton of data. Like basically there's just like a bunch of tapes they tried to back up, and most of them failed out, and they, you know, chances are they just gave up basically. And you know, at best they still have those tapes sitting around, but like what's the problem with the tapes? Like molded? Like did they just toss them out once they were like, oh, we can't get anything out of this, you know? Let's go to a different map. So like I get why people are like, hey, Nintendo will show it if we want to show it, but I think this is like just a cave or something. Oh, I think I got turned around. I think the cave is the other direction. It's a short cave either way, but yeah, it's just, you know, unfortunate. A lot of this stuff's probably lost, but you know, it's cool that what was there, you know, did come out. But I'm not gonna hold my breath that anything else is gonna come out in the future. So, the theory of this one, and I think there's like maybe some dialogue that they found that kind of supports this, is that basically this cave, you would dive down here, and then you'd go underwater, and you'd go through here, and it'd lead you to Zora's domain, essentially. The other, like, super theory craft is, like, this leads to the hole at the bottom of Zora's domain. That's maybe a little bit of a stretch, in my opinion, but, you know, that's how these kind of theory crafty things go. I usually lean on the edge of, like, people can find connections and stuff like that, you know, wherever they, like, they try hard enough to. So like just because something looks like it matches up doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. And that's the approach I've taken with like I think we looked at this one yesterday. That's the approach I've taken with the Final Fantasy 11 stuff, because just like so many people be like, oh, this looks like an area that would exist near this area, and it's like, no, dude, this is just like a test map, right? There's barely anything here. Like the zone lines don't even look right and everything. Like there's very little chance this has any actual relation to anything in the final game, kind of thing. There's just some dude's test room, so you can just come around here, and there's like, if you put bombs out, you can see what this actually looks like. There's like a lot of fog here right now, but you can see there's like different floor tiles and stuff, and those floor tiles do different things. So this is like a sand floor tile. So. But yeah, that's just like a test room you can walk around in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else super interesting in here. I mean, a lot of this stuff is very old at this point. Or at least if you follow this stuff, it's pretty straightforward. There's a ball. I don't think there's anything in here other than that ball. Oh, and then there's this thing here too. It's like a wall. It's a one-way wall, I think? Yeah, you can like push through it on one side. The other side you can't, though. I think that's it for this room. Or maybe it's like you look through the, like you can kind of see the difference in like coloring and stuff. Big old Metroid ball. Metroid is planned for OOT. Confirmed. Anything else in here? Little detail test. Water temple's weird. I assume this is basically just kind of as is in here, but water temple's like weirdly huge. I think people speculate this is Goma's room that you would fight Goma in. Not Goma, sorry. What's his name? Morgana? Something like that. The red ball guy, right? I forget his name. Is this actual water? Let's see if we can jump in it. Or are we just gonna fall? Okay, we just fall. I don't think I have a way to get out of here. Not without like other debugging things turned on. Okay, let's get back in Water Temple. So don't fall down there. I say as I go risky. You hate the Water Temple? Well, check out this Water Temple once we get in there. I don't know if it would have been worse or not, actually. It's a little, it's neat. The Water Temple looked very different in a lot of ways. So, when I was a kid, I used to say Forest was my favorite temple. I don't know if that is the case anymore. Again, it's been a long time since I played Ocarina of Time, so. I've been looking for an excuse to play Ocarina of Time on stream, but I didn't want to play through all of Ocarina of Time. I thought about going through Randomizer at one point, but I also feel like that would take forever, so. And like, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually want to watch me play Ocarina of Time, like vanilla, or even like something like Randomizer. There's so many people doing that already. Also, this room is freaking huge. But yeah, like if you come down here. Giant ass tower that goes all the way up, basically. There's like a bridge there. I assume we can get back up, but I may have assumed too much. I think it's just like a, yeah, walk to our death. This might actually put me back up in the final boss room. Spirit Temple's pretty good. I didn't like moving the what's it called around. Like the light statues around, but you know, I will say this. I think Ocarina of Time has like the most well-rounded dungeons of any Zelda game, probably. In my opinion, that's probably the case. Is there any, can we actually go in here at all? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these dungeons are just like really weird in their size and scope. But they probably just didn't know what they were doing, right? Oh, maybe ladder doesn't work. Oh, well. Oh, well. I think it just puts this out where we're at earlier. Oh, this is like a... I'm probably not going to explore these entire dungeons. There are people who have done walkthroughs of these things online. But it is like neat to see. But unfortunately, I think most of these just didn't have any like anything in them in the data files. So it's just like you had the actual like rooms themselves, but like, and maybe like some leftover data about like object locations and things like that, but like not any information on what the objects were. So decorative ladder, yeah. Is there anything else in here? Fire Temple more or less looks like Final Fire Temple. Forest Temple more or less looks like Final Forest Temple too. But there's some like weird stuff with like the scale. I think this place feels really small, if I recall correctly. Oh, there are some enemies in here actually. I think this they did find some object data in this temple actually. I don't think it was a lot, but it's very bright. Bunch of pose in here. Oh, that's probably good. I think I loaded the downstairs on accident. Yeah. All right, let's just get downstairs. Oh god. Yeah, some weird stuff like the door's not really fitting. Some of these doors were put in place just to like make loading zones work properly. So, or at least that I believe that is the case. So, but you know, more or less, you know, you can see some weirdness here, but you know, more or less this looks like Final Forest Temple. I don't know if any of these rooms look weird. You know, off the top of my head, I don't remember what the Forest Temple music is, actually, weirdly enough. Oh, now I do. Yeah. That one. Took me a little bit to think of it. 64 has some weird music, but, you know, they had to work with some limited stuff when it comes to audio. So, hence probably why Castlevania 64's soundtrack is the way it is. Wow, that jump is, like, really, really high. I do like cheapo jump in this game. Or this mod, I guess. But yeah, I don't think there's, like, a ton in here. Just, like, very little things around. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be, like, really stand out to show. That's, like, interesting enough. There we go. Can I push this? I don't know where I'm going or why I'm going, but... Alright, I think I, like, skipped around doing that jump and everything, so I'm technically going backwards now. But, yeah. Anything else on here? Special course... Hyrule Lake? Lake Hylia? Yeah. There you go, they gave me a horse for this one. How nice of them. Look at all the creepypasta? Yeah. Again, just like massive areas. This is part, like, probably like where that actual path connected to that we tried to go down on that map earlier. So, hello. Little house. Jabba just hanging out over there. There's a, I don't know if you guys know who that lady is, but she was like one of the earliest NPCs in this game, basically. For all intents and purposes. She's kind of, I'd say, infamous in the, or, you know, famous in the, like, unused Ocarina of Time content, because she was, like, one of the earlier models that I feel like people pulled. I don't remember, like, if people ever came to conclusion on whether Jabu actually should be here or not. What? Where am I at? My horse is gone. Should I go back and get my horse before I do that? I assume I'm on that Hyrule Field map. That seems probably like where I'm at. Let me go back and see if I can bring my horse here. So I don't really want to walk that whole distance. But I remember there's like some weird stuff on like the pointers maybe not being right on that. So it technically goes to Jabu, but like it may not be that Jabu actually supposed to exist there. So. Oh my, yeah. It's my understanding she was more or less going to be like kind of the navigator character that would help you out in towns and stuff. All right, come on. Yeah, okay, cool. But I'm going to guess this is just Hyrule Field, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because we didn't have a horse here earlier. Maybe? Or maybe this just like put me out on the other side. I think it just put me out on the other side. This area is just huge. Yeah, it just popped me out on the other side there. Oh, there's like this whole area on the right here you can go around on too. Oh god. Horse mechanics in this game. Please. Take out our sword to look cool. As cool as you can look, like just desperately holding on to the reins while also holding your sword. So it just like sticks straight up. Yeah. So, I mean, the assumption is that this would like zone you to go somewhere else, right? Where it actually goes is a whole other thing, but... And, you know, obviously you'd zone out way before this. So... anything else in this area? I think this is all pretty straightforward, just a big ol' lake. Yeah. So... All these maps are really huge and don't have a lot in them. But they are interesting to watch. Or look at. Zorda's River looks weird as well here. Oh, we've got some Octoroks. Hello, baby Octorok. See you, dude. I don't know if these are based off any, like, ideas of how these characters actually worked, or they're just, like, based off the final version, and they just like threw the what's it called on there? Threw the model on top of the old Octoroks. Yeah, most of the, like, I assume basically, my assumption is that like collision data does not exist for these, so like they probably just like have collisions that are based off the geometry. I could be wrong about that. Like, please understand when I say all these things, like I don't really fully understand what I'm saying most of the time. Like I have picked up little bits and pieces here and there, but I know like I have had times before where I don't get like collision data for certain maps and stuff for Final Fantasy 11. So like the collision data, like if you don't have the collision data, then you just basically just like make one out of, you know, what is there in the map. So you just basically say, okay, make the geometry all collision. So something like the water, right, would become solid collision because it is like a piece of the geometry or something like that. Depending on how they like put it in the map or something like that. Because I think technically if like water is a separate thing that like is not a part of the environment itself, then I think it would not show up there at all actually. So they'd have to like add water in some way. So, there we go. Here's actual water. How nice of them. No. But again, I'm just talking out my mouth. Hey, Mr. Cheese! Map collision does actually exist. Thank you. Thank you for that. Mr. Cheese, I know you know what you know about that stuff, so Mr. Cheese knows things. You should listen to him instead of me, for sure. I just follow people on Twitter and be like, I hope this information's correct, basically. So, that being said, Mr. Cheese, I think I am basically done unless there's anything else I should look at. But I think, for the most part, anything I could look at, more people could talk about better than me. I just more or less just want to hang out and check this out. Do all the dungeon stuff. So, yeah, it was fun, though. Let me just open up the map screen, just make sure there's nothing else that just jumps out at me that I remember. Death Mountain, Market, I think Castle Garden, I think, is all, like, basically, Mr. Cheese, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think this background actually exists in the data that's out there, right? I think somebody put this together based off the collision, right, for this? Yeah, so... I did like skim through the list a bit earlier. I was kind of surprised just how much had to get like recreated. So, but I hadn't like seen all these yet. I was originally started watching ZFG go through it, and then I was like, I kind of just want to see this myself, honestly. So let's see here. Anything else? Fairy fountain. Is this just this one? Yeah, just a funky looking fairy fountain. Water, can we walk up it? Oh, or just jump up it. Oh, Mr. Cheese, I did want to ask you one question, actually, since you're here. I'm actually very surprised you're here, but one thing that, like, I noticed, like, if we go back to the Kokiri Forest map or something like that, is the easiest place probably to do it. But, like, when you jump and you can grab onto ledges, oh, please, like, because obviously you can do the normal jump, you can do grab ledges in the final game, right? But then you also have, like, this jump here that you can do. But when you, like, jump and press up in the air, you also can grab onto ledges. I was like, do you know if that's just, like, a weird side effect of, you know, that just being, like, layered on top of the main game itself? Or is that something that, like, makes sense from a, this is how this mechanic worked at the time kind of thing? Because it does seem like you can kind of skip a lot of chunks of the dungeons just by doing that, if you really want to. Which I like, but it's kind of weird, but... Yeah, if you hold forward. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that was like intended or not really, because it seems like it probably wouldn't be since you can skip good chunks of areas just by doing that in Dodongo's Cavern and stuff. It reminds me of like ground jumping if you do that with the bombs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I might call it there though. But thank you so much for coming, Mr. Cheese. I appreciate it. Ganon's Tower, Stalfos. Oh, Ganon's Tower is kind of unique as well. This is, I think this one got spread around quite a bit because there's like a separate demo that came out for this. I forget his name. He had the owl guy as his like avatar on Twitter. But Gotcha, yeah. I do like it. I mean, obviously, since this is not really you playing through an actual video game, it seems perfectly fine to be there. So. Z64 me, that's what it was, yeah. Because I mostly follow Zell more than anyone, so. And then I found out about you through ZFG at some point, so I looked you up through that. So. I don't want to fight you again, actually. Let me just walk past you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, it goes by many other names. Gotcha. Oh, Old Sophos. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think that's probably gonna be a wrap, though. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming, hanging out. We'll be getting back to the Sword of Eteria next week. Oh my gosh, please. Please. Sword of Eteria next week. So we'll be getting back to that. And then hopefully we'll be playing Cabela Survival after that. The greatest game in the world. But I thought Cabela was pretty neat for when I played of it, so I think it's probably worth trying out. Or playing through on stream. Oh, I died. Whoops. It's fine. Oh, I got a fairy. So, try Lime Magic on this guy. Nobody ever does. Okay. I didn't try the magic at all because, like, it didn't seem to do anything at all, so I wasn't quite sure what it was trying to do. I guess I didn't try the Dark Arrows either. Yeah. Smack me. Oh, does it, like, freeze him? Interesting. Oh, Dark Magic. I thought they did Dark Arrows earlier. Is it... Oh, I see. So that's why there's arrows sometimes. So if you put the magic on the slot with the bow, that gives you the elemental arrow. That makes sense. Okay. I was wondering why like only half of them were what's it called? I guess I just have what's it called? Dark version of Nero's Love or something. It's running away. Ouch. That's neat. Yeah, I didn't mess around with the spells at all, unfortunately. Admittedly, there's not like a ton of adult content for fighting, so... Mostly Kid Link stuff. Oh, interesting. Is it like what triggers it in the final game itself? Is it something in specific, or is it just not something you can trigger because you don't have any kind of abilities or spells? How do I get rid of this thing? Or am I just forever circle Link or Diamond Link here? Let's see here. Does that cancel it? No. All right, it's just my life now. Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. I was not aware of that. The magic stuff, the only thing I really saw about the magic stuff was I saw on the cutting room floor somebody found some like animations related to fire and ice magic, I think. And like the ice magic kind of sent out like these little ice pillar looking things, although it was very you know, buggy looking, so it did not look like, you know, something that was very at least something that would end up in a final game at the very least, so. Oh, come on. For some reason I thought there was a treasure chest up here in the, what's it called? Am I going backwards? I think I'm going backwards. Alright, there it goes. It's gone. What else can we do then? Let's try these arrows out real quick, because those won't have to actually... Oops. Alright, well. It doesn't seem to be doing anything, at least by default. Oops. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah, that's probably just light arrows, right? I didn't think about that. It was white. It's so different. Win. That looks pretty cool. These are fun animations. I assume most of these were built from scratch. The arrow animation stuff. Minus the ones that were already in the game. Yeah, they do look fancy. I do like how they look. Alright, let me, So, we were talking about the fairy one earlier. Do one of these medals do the Navi navigation thing? Is that what this is? Alright, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Oh. Cool, that makes a lot more sense. That makes exploring some of the dungeons probably a lot more easier as well. So, A, B. Oh, you can see like this whole area up here. That's fun. Yeah. Oh, and you can warp. Okay. That's a nice way to add, like, you know, the kind of debugging, you know, whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called, where you like can free float yourself and stuff, but yeah, I might poke around with this a little bit more on my own, but I think that's probably good enough for me for now. So yeah, the water temple looks pretty barren. I went around Forest Temple for a little bit, and that seemed like there's more stuff there. I seem to recall, and again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I would say always listen to you over me. I seem to recall there, like, some object data was found in the Forest Temple to some degree, but I can't remember where I had read that. So the hard thing with the you know, Overdump and the, you know, Giga Lake and stuff like that is, like, all of it just kind of, like, flooded out on Twitter for the most part. And like in various Discord groups and the cutting room floor group, and it's like really hard to keep track of like what was actually legit stuff. So, but at the same time, like I don't remember like what actually got put to the cutting room floor page later as well. So yeah, and some of it hadn't been researched properly as well. I did see your comment about like the DD, I think it was like the DD dungeon layouts in the Space World Discord channel. Because I think someone had either they released a mod or they started releasing a mod based off some data in there or something like that. So yeah, I really got to go back. So I went and built the cutting room floor page for Final Fantasy XI, and I really got to go back to that at some point. I have not looked at that in a long time, but there's been the guy who builds that tool. I think it's called like Gnosis. I think his name might be like Richard White or something like that. I'm assuming because of the 30 billion bug reports that my messing around with a bunch of old files produced, he went and like fixed up a bunch of them. So now you can like view a lot of old unused areas in Final Fantasy XI, and nobody's documented them yet properly. At least there's somebody who posted on Reddit about it, but I need to sit down and like actually spend time with it. But I run this whole YouTube channel and everything, and it just isn't enough time. So. Maybe someday. I'll probably die first. But anyways, sorry to keep sounding like I'm gonna run off really fast here, but I think I'm all finished up for tonight. But yeah, thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for coming, Mr. Cheese, and clearing up some information and letting me know how the magic works, because I wasn't sure what was going on with that. So I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for your work as well, Mr. Cheese, in general. So always appreciate people like you doing that stuff. So, but yeah, well, I hope you guys have a good night and a good rest of your holiday weekend, hopefully, if you're here in the U.S. I hope you guys have fun. Bye. Here comes the pen. Pen's broken, apparently. So no pen tonight. Sorry. All right, bye.